Good morning, Hero Wars fans. I received a lot of private messages from people who clicked on the guild gravity flag displayed in the guild raid rankings. Most of the messages were about keep up the good work posting videos, but there were also many questions about playing Hero Wars. In this video, I will try to answer the most common questions I receive. I'm going to talk about the most popular questions. The most common question was about scouting for guild mates. In Hero Wars, continuing to play without joining a guild effectively means losing the game. Almost 100% of players will belong to a guild, as you cannot train titans or pets without belonging to a guild. Most of the questions I received this time were not from people who wanted to join a guild, but from guild masters who were hosting guilds. I have received many questions asking me for tips on how to conduct a scouting campaign. The best way to get to the bottom of this is to send a large number of resume contacts. One person asked me what to do because he had sent 6 scouting emails and received no response at all. To that question, I replied, please send 100 scouting emails. When I was in charge of scouting at Lionheart, the previous guild of our current guild, I used to spend 3 days of my weekends doing scouting. Scouting will only be successful if the message arrives at the right time at the hands of someone who is thinking of transferring guilds. This means that guild masters and guild scouts who want to recruit more guild members will have to keep sending out scouting emails every weekend. I'll explain who's available for scouting. To put it bluntly, people who are unhappy with the guild they're in will respond to the scout mail and move guilds. It is impossible to tell for sure who is complaining about the guild, but there is a way to identify guilds that are likely to have a lot of complainers, so I will talk about that. If you find a guild where the guild master has less than 10,000 weekly activity points, the scouting success rate for the top players in that guild tends to be much higher. This is because in Hero Wars, even an unpaid player can easily earn 10,000 activity points in a week by playing every day as usual. A guild master with less than 10,000 guild activity points per week is no better than a mediocre unpaid player, and a guild with such a person as a guild master will not have a bright future. Therefore, the most successful way to scout is to find a guild where the guild master is about to retire and talk to the top players in that guild. By the way, it's been a year and 10 months since I started Hero Wars, and there hasn't been a month that a guildmate didn't leave or join, so guild members are always in flux. In Hero Wars, it's not uncommon for key members to leave the guild, so if you're worried about guild members joining or leaving, you won't be able to keep up. Scouting is an important game element that should be done steadily and continuously, so it is a good idea to have several people in charge of it in your guild. By the way, I've never been scouted by anyone before. Thank you for watching the video until the last part. I'll see you in my next video.